Alright, today we're going to look at what Acrylic-Werks was originally used for, and that is a paint job on a car. We've got a 1989 Ford pickup truck. It's red. These are not the best conditions to be doing this in. It's actually kind of cold and a little bit overcast. As you've noticed from our videos, we've always said to do it when it's sunny and hot, but we're going to give it a shot here. I did a little section a couple days ago right up on the front of the car, and you can see there that the water is beating up and everything, but today we're going to give it a shot with doing this front little quarter panel of the hood and showing how it restores and showing what you pull up when you do an actual red car. So if you'll get started.
Can you pan back and maybe get a little view of the vehicle? So people can actually see it.
And this is the vehicle itself, and this will take just a few minutes, and you'll see, as I did the other day, that as soon as Mark hits this thing with some polish, and again just a small dab on the rag, it will pull up a lot of old red dead paint cells. So
without using any kind of compounding.
Yeah, no compounding, just the Acrylic-Werks polish is all we're using here. Again, north, south, east, west, rubbing it on. And just give me a shot of the rag right now, Mark. I'm sure that you probably pulled off just a little bit of stuff already. You can see that's all dead paint. You can see the red hue.
No abrasives. I'm cutting the paint to get it.
Just an even pressure with the palm of your hand. And again, if it were warmer and a little sunnier, this would be a little bit easier, but you'll see even in these kind of conditions, actually here comes the sun a little bit,
yep.
But you'll see this start to work, you know, not immediately, but with a little bit of work. And that's how much. So once he's gotten done with that, if he wanted to, he could take that rag. As you can see, this is all the old dead paint cells we pulled off. Flip it over a couple of times and use it, but what we're going to do to show you how much comes off of these things, we're just going to use a clean rag. And Mark's going to just go over it again. Again, apply a little bit of the solution. And what you want to try and do if you really want to restore it properly is work that area until you get nothing back on the rag. Obviously this is an older car, it's going to take a lot of work to get it back to normal, but you can even see
very little.
Here, show me that mark again.
Let me try to get up a little more.
Okay.
It's actually going to go fairly quick, I believe.
But this first one, you can see it was really, this is the first rag that we got. And now look at the second one. You can see a much less contaminants have been pulled off. So the acrylic polish is working. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So now here's a comparison. This is the first pass through and the second pass. Again, normally you would do this with one rag, but we're just for demonstration purposes we're going to do 3 rags just to show you how much less contaminants and dead paint cells you pull off as you keep working the area. And the car did not get like this overnight, so it's not going to come instantly clean, but you'll definitely see a huge difference in the area that we're working, and a huge difference in the amount of contaminants that are being pulled off. Again, red is one of those colors you're going to see a lot of it. Really easy to see on a white cloth.
Yeah, just got to make sure I don't clean up into any new spots.
Right.
Get more red up in the rag.
Yeah, you want to do your cars in small sections. You don't have to do, as I told somebody the other day, you don't have to do the whole car in one shot. You could do a hood one day, and you could come back a week or two later and do some other parts of the car. Again, it didn't get that way overnight, so it's not going to be cleaned up in one fell swoop either, but just working small parts. Mark is still pulling up dead paint cells. So again, here's the claws as we've done them, less and less and less. And again, if you were doing this normally, you would just use the same cloth, but we're just, for demonstration purposes, again, we're just trying to show you what you want to be pulling off of your car as you work this Acrylic-Werks polish into the paint and restore your paint to a like new condition. So again,
There
now
it is, yeah.
you can see this. Let me show that one more time, Mark. It's pulling up nothing. We have basically gotten all the dead contaminants off. And so when you've achieved that, I mean, you're just getting very, very light amount. When you've gotten to that point, it is then a time to apply just the water. Again, here's the first, second, third, and now fourth, and just very little. So now Mark's going to set the acrylic with just some water on a rag, and then use a buffing towel to buff it out. So you're just wiping the water on, let it sit for a few seconds. That sets the acrylic. And then a buffing rag buffs it to a shine as if it were brand new. So we now have a shine that you can see in, you can see reflections in, and if you see what it was before as we come down the car, that's the area that it looked like before we came 5 minutes ago. So in 5 minutes we've gotten that area totally restored, and it will be like this for months. That's Acrylic-Werks on a single stage paint job.